Up with KREM begins now.
Time to rise and shine, everyone. Happy Monday to you. Welcome to Up with KREM. I'm Tim Pham.
And I'm Nicole Hernandez. Let's start with meteorologist Thomas Patrick, because Thomas, you kind of hinted at it, but really not much going on in terms of weather, right?
Yeah, I was really hoping that they would cut to a shot of me just taking a snooze in the weather center.
You could, I think.
Yeah, I think I know what will make this work. Go on vacation. Nicole will fill in for you,
and then
the weather
always
will be
severe
crazy.
weather.
We were mentioning this because I typically go on this early January vacation the last 3 years, and it literally has snowed
every time.
Every year for the last 3 years when I'm on vacation, and then I come back and things are quiet. It's more than quiet today. It's a outright benign forecast wise. You could look at basically our average low and high temperatures and just assume that that's the forecast between today and Friday, because I don't see very much movement at all. Current temperatures in the 20s, cloudy skies overhead, high temperatures in the 30s. That is just on par an average January day for Spokane in our inland northwest. And that is what we are looking at today. Again, a quite cloudy day overall.
Here's a live look at the traffic impact this morning from I-90 in Havana. Off to a slow start here this morning. No issues to report on the freeway. Of course, it is MLK Day today, so there may be fewer people out on the roadways on this Monday morning. But overall, a good start here. We'll keep a close eye on it and let you know if there's any problem spots. 6:02, don't miss this. One of STA's double-decker buses crashed into an overpass in downtown Spokane.
So this happened yesterday afternoon on Cedar Street between 1st and 2nd Avenue. STA says the bus was on Route 6 coming from Cheney and going to the University District. Route 6 usually does not run on Cedar Avenue, so the bus ended up trying to go under a bridge that was too low. The Cedar Street Railroad Bridge is only 12 feet and the bus is over 13 feet tall. 4 people had to go to the hospital. STA says they are now investigating the situation and working with the city to figure out what damage was done to the bridge.
Not good. Well, you might remember this video. Before launching the double-decker buses in Spokane, Spokane Transit posted this video in July. It made light of concerns people raised about the buses not fitting under bridges. When the bus makes it under the bridge in this video, the sign on the front of the bus reads, "Told you so." It was a little bit of a teaser video before it launched in September. Of course, this was the different bridge than the one that was hit yesterday. This morning, it appears that STA has blocked access to this video across their social media accounts.
A flag flies. Shahid's going to take it all the way. Let's see if it stands.
Wow, what a way to start off Saturday's game. Rashid Shaheed starting off with a 95-yard kickoff return for the Seahawks. It set the tone for the rest of the night as the Hawks defense would shut down the 49ers, holding them to just 2 field goals. Sam Darnold, who was listed as questionable earlier in the week, played throwing for 124 yards. Here's a live look over Lumen Field this morning. The Seahawks destroyed the Niners 41-6 to advance to the NFC Championship. The Hawks will play another division rival, the Los Angeles Rams, on Sunday. That game, again, will be at Lumen Field. The Rams beat the Bears last night in overtime, 20-17. So, of course, the Seahawks have already beat the Rams once this season, so let's hope they can do it again. The NFC Championship game is set to kick off this Sunday afternoon at 3:30 p.m.
The AFC Championship game between the Denver Broncos and the New England Patriots will be right here on KREM 2. The Broncos beat the Buffalo Bills this weekend, but they will be without their starting quarterback. He broke his ankle during that game. The AFC Championship game is Sunday at noon, again, here on KREM 2. And today is Martin Luther King Jr. Day, which is a federal holiday. Spokane City Hall, the courts, and the libraries will all be closed. Parking meters will be free. Garbage and recycling pickup, though, will be normal. There is also no city council meeting tonight. And there are plenty of ways to honor and celebrate the life of Dr. King today.
KREM 2's Brandon T. Jones live at Spokane's MLK Center for us. Brandon, there's a lot of opportunities for people to get involved downtown and even different serve projects. So tell us what people can do. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Tim, Nicole. It's always called a day on, not a day off, and that means there's plenty of options to get out there and involved. We've got Mrs. Frida Gandy here with us this morning, the executive director of the MLK Center. And Frida, can we just talk about what's in store here for the Spokane community today?
Oh, I am predicting an amazing day.
Yeah.
It will begin with a rally downtown, then a march, and then the resource fair. So weather's pretty good.
Yeah.
So
well, every year you get up there in front of a large crowd at the Spokane Convention Center and you start talking about just what this day means. Can you talk about what those moments feel like for you?
well, for me, it's an honor.
Yeah.
It's an honor to be on that stage. It's an honor to serve as the executive director of this amazing organization that embodies the life and legacy of Dr. King, and us continuing on his work and being able to do that with the support of this community. So.
Well, you truly embody the whole day on and not a day off situation, from waking up this early in the morning, to speak with us, and then going straight over to the Spokane Convention Center. How fun is it, though, to see all of those faces just from around Spokane, throughout the Inland Northwest, as they start to march across downtown Spokane?
It's amazing because the community, all those people, probably close to about 3,000, are people from various backgrounds all over Spokane coming to celebrate and honor Dr. King. So it just warms my heart to see so many people.
Well, it's not going to be that cold today. There's been some days in the past where it's just been, bone chill cold. And so, of course, Thomas has been talking about that this morning. We appreciate you, though, Frida. Thank you so much for speaking with us. We'll go ahead and toss it back to you in the studio.
Airway Heights police arrested 3 people, 2 adults and 1 teenager. The police department says they were connected to a burglary and false statements and reporting. Rudy Parsons and his 15-year-old son were wanted for a burglary at a business on South Garfield Road on Wednesday. Authorities arrested the son and booked him into the Spokane County Juvenile Detention Center, but Parsons had already left. Officers ended up finding him at a motel in North Spokane. They arrested both him and another woman.
New details this morning in a deadly crash in Grant County. Washington State Patrol says a crash happened along State Route 283 just north of George. They say the driver of the first car crossed the center line, hitting a second car. The driver of the other car sadly died at the scene. Meantime, the driver suspected of causing the crash was brought to a hospital. They face DUI and vehicular homicide charges.
A Central Washington couple is blaming the state for their son's death. He was a patient at Eastern State Hospital and took his own life in May of 2023.
Alex Taylor was diagnosed with schizophrenia in his mid-20s and was a patient at Eastern. We do want to warn you that some of the details in this story might be difficult to hear. The lawsuit claims Taylor had expressed suicidal thoughts. Taylor's family says he died after having access to a glass bottle from a room that should have been locked, allowing him to repeatedly cut himself. Investigators say he was found after 2 hours in the shower and could not be saved. The lawsuit alleges hospital staff were supposed to check on Taylor every 15 minutes.
I want him to admit what they did. I want him to admit how wrong they were. I want him to admit that they failed. Admit it. You know you failed.
The family hopes the lawsuit will prompt changes to protect future patients. We do want to remind you help is available. If you or someone you know is in crisis, you can call or text 988 hotline for help.
An inmate at the Idaho Department of Corrections assaulted a staff member, and now that staff member is in the hospital. Robert Pompa brutally assaulted the 56-year-old staff member in Idaho's maximum security institution. He was taken to the hospital and is now in stable condition. Pompa is serving time for murder and battery charges on a correctional officer. He's also serving time for burglary, aggravated battery, and unlawful discharge of a weapon.
Time is 6:09, and in this quiet weather pattern, well, last week we were tracking plenty of days with foggy mornings. This week we even remove that from the forecast at all. And just to give you some comfort there, here's the visibility reports. 10 is the maximum. We would also call that unlimited visibility. Things looking good. Now, things are cloudy overhead, but it's thankfully not foggy this morning. So our current temperatures are really between about 27 and 29 degrees across the metro, and will only be up to about 32 or 33 today. Again, that cloud cover just keeping things a little cool for January, but this is honestly pretty normal for the season.